Warning, this podcast contains spoilers. Hello everyone, and welcome to the ASOTV podcast for Star Wars Rebels Season 3, Episode 16, Legacy of Mandalore. I am your host, Cleo, and with me I have John and Sam. Hello.
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 Ah!
That's an accurate reaction.
It's like all I've got, really.
Literally, I came from, I was a bad person. I just watched it before I joined this, and I was like, okay, I'm good. I'm like tears. I'm like, I'm good.
Everything's fine.
I can't have cried. I'm good.
Yeah.
Suck it up.
Yeah. So we get... They weren't on Mandalore. They went to see Sabine's family. I forgot what freaking planet they were on. Where were they?
Pick a Mandalorian planet.
Pick a Mandalorian planet?
I don't remember either. I just know Mandalore, and then they have like a little moon thing, and I don't remember what that thing's called.
Oh no, it says they did go to Mandalore. They were on Mandalore.
Alright, so they went to Mandalore. There you go, it's official.
Yeah, they were on Mandalore.
Okay.
Well, no. Mandalore isn't a planet. Mandalore is a system. So.
Oh! I thought Mandalore was
they were
a
on
planet.
the main planet of the Mandalore system. That's where they were.
They were on a planet in Mandalore. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people realize that.
No,
Mandalore is not just one planet.
I didn't realize
it's a series.
I
it's a
thought
whole
it was
section
one
of
planet.
it.
I didn't really realize either because as far as I could remember from Clone Wars, it was just the one planet they went to plus that little moon. That's all I remember.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the planet's name is Concordia. It's a moon of Mandalore.
That's it. No, but that's that moon. That's that moon. That's not where they were originally.
Yeah,
I don't know where that
probably is. Concordia.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, whatever. They went to see Sabine's family. Her mother and her brother. Ursa and Tristan. And she announces herself. I'm Sabine. Hi, we're coming in. And they just start shooting. And Ezra's just like, why are they shooting? She's like, probably because I told them who I was. Might not have been the smartest thing to do.
Yep. I expected that. I don't know if anybody else did, but I was like, oh, yeah, that seems about
right.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I like how, when Kanan was training Sabine, there was something that Kanan said where she's like, was that a joke? I can't tell. And then in this one, Ezra laughs at her and he's like, wait, that wasn't a joke? Hold on. I like how they both, got the thought things were jokes that weren't.
There's a certain element to Jedi humor that sometimes goes just...
Well, also, Kanan's a weird one, because he's got that sarcasm.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean... So does Sabine, but it's like a different kind of sarcasm. So it's something that I guess Ezra wasn't used to.
It's way more obvious though, and it's just like, but they miss it a lot, and it just goes right by one another.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. And
Yeah. Well.
I think John froze a little, but that's okay. It's all right. As Ezra was told to play nice, Sabine told him to play nice. Don't... These are my family. I'm probably related to these people. And he gets her brother shot. He deflects a bullet back at Tristan.
Well, I mean, that was kind of par for the course. And I was like, oh, you're her brother. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. But he takes his, lightsaber out a little too quickly, and it's like, Ezra, come on.
It's like, chillax. But, yeah, I mean, did we expect anything less from him?
Of course not.
Yeah. There was, I mean...
You mean
against a Segway sword?
So, he was just quick to draw the saber because he wanted to protect her. I was like, I get it.
Yeah. And then, like, it was Sabine who told him to stop, and Kanan was just like, well, I guess I better draw my sword, too.
We're doing this now.
Yeah.
Is he your Padawan?
Well,
Sometimes I wonder.
Also, they decided to leave Rao behind in the ship,
Yes.
like, oh, we might need you later, which turned out to be true, and I was like, oh, okay, I got you. You got a plan.
Yeah.
A little bit of a plan. Not a lot, but a little bit of a plan.
It's not only we might need you later, but it was also, if they had gotten him, if they saw he was there, they would have arrested him and put it, he was to be put to death. So that's like, good thing you stayed in the ship.
Yep.
He pulled, like, super ninja moves off, too. He was just, like, sneaking around.
He did. I was like,
Recon.
okay, this is like old school Mandalorian. I was like, just coming in, just like, I was like, yes, I love it.
And I'm a big fan of her mother, actually. She's stern and very,
What's her name again? I
Ursa.
totally missed it. Was it?
Countess Ursa, yeah.
Okay, Countess. That's the other thing I thought was interesting. I was like, oh, she's a Countess. Okay, she's important. So,
Yeah, and
I only say that because I don't know enough, but I only am ever going to remember Satine, and she was the Duchess, and
Yes.
et cetera, et cetera. So I was like, she's important, clearly. I liked her mother, too. So at first I didn't, and then I did.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I know, John, you said that Sabine's father took Ursa's family name, because it was more powerful.
Ren is her mother's last name, and her father actually took that name because it was way, way more well known to the Mandalorians. So, just an interesting little tidbit, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know who her father is, though, and he's, like, hidden somewhere that they have him, like, trapped,
Yeah.
Against his will, and they're, like, holding him kind of hostage. I'm like, whoa, slow down. What's going on here? I found that to be very interesting. I'm sure that'll come back eventually, but I was like, what?
Well, I feel like this whole episode gives them a real good excuse to explore Mandalore a lot in this show. Probably not this season, but, like, next season, because, like, Mandalore's just got thrown into Civil War. So that's going to be a whole, like, big story arc, I think. Probably next season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be an amazing plot point. And I what I liked most about Ursa and about Clan Ren was their, like, color palette and, like, their armor, because I don't know, it was something about the way Sabine's mom looked, her armor. It made me think of the in the Legend of Korra, like the metal bending guards. They had the, like, gray and yellow uniforms. Just reminded me of Toph's daughter. I was just like, you remind me of her. If anybody watched The Legend of Korra.
Not me, sadly, but I was just thinking about how, like, her mother actually really looks like her. They've got the same eyes, which is great, which, there's that, so.
Yeah, and Sabine just pops. She's just the color. But yeah, you're right. The shape of the face definitely comes from her mom. And I like how she takes her aside and is like, listen, you shouldn't have come. You I let you go because you were safe off world. Like, why'd you come back?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Because, like, all the truth comes out in the sense of her mother knowing that was, like, very, very serious. And she's like, that really was the best thing for you. You're there and you're safe and nobody's, going to get you that way. Even though, they think you're a traitor. It doesn't matter. You're far away from here and now you've come back here. And I don't know what I can do. So to protect you. And also, just at that same moment, she accused her of not knowing how to use the Darksaber. I was like... So
yeah,
I was like, you don't know. It's like she's trying to learn, and, like, literally the next scene is her, like, not using that, but using a lightsaber to defend herself. I was like, oh my god!
Oh my god!
So good.
When Ezra tossed her the lightsaber, I lost it. I was just like, oh my god! That was a great fight too. And I mean,
Yeah, no, I was like Sabine. I was like, oh, he's gonna throw the lightsaber, and I'm like, okay, Sabine, you've got to do this, but you can't use that. You have to, you've got to do exactly you've got to use what Kanan has taught you, what Ezra has taught you. Like, you got to do it. You can do it.
yeah, and she did. And she definitely in the fight inside the house, she used she did the push thing. She was using all her assets to fight them.
Exactly. She uses her shield, but she doesn't rely too much on it. She knows, and it's they're getting on her case because it's she doesn't know how to wield the blade. And it's yes and no. I mean, she doesn't know, but she's been taught up until recently. So yes, she does. But I thought it was so perfect that in the end, after trying to teach her with the darksaber, really the best way to get her to wield it is to teach her with something not the darksaber, the lightsaber, and that's how she fought well. I was like, yes! I was like, go Sabine, you can do it!
Yeah, definitely. That whole fight was awesome. And I loved how Ezra was like, we gotta help her, as, because he's Ezra. And Kanan was like, no.
Well, no, the mom, Ursa stopped him.
Oh, Ursa stopped him, okay. But Kanan knew too.
Yeah, because she's like, it's Mandalorian law.
Yeah. And not only that, but
Kanan was like, she's gonna die.
Oh,
did she say that? Oh, he did say that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was just as skilled.
Well, yeah. But I mean, it was law, but it was also, I think, Ursa saw that this was a chance for Sabine to get the saber in a duel, to earn it in a fight. Because she said, you didn't fight Maul for this. You
fairly,
don't.
Then
it's not yours, technically.
Mm-hmm.
So this was kind of Sabine's way of earning that sword, of earning the darksaber.
Which was interesting too, because when her mother said, "Oh, why do you have that? Did you do X, Y, and Z?" And I was like, "That's true. That was something that I remembered from before, where you had to have bested somebody in combat to really truly be the owner of the weapon." So, and she didn't. So, but in this case, she did.
That felt like such a Harry Potter thing too, with the Elder Wand.
It did. It did. I was like, yes, but we knew that was a thing before. From before, I was like, yes, this works. I like it.
Yeah.
So. And also just the fact that at the end of it, she was sitting there kind of nodding like Anakin was sitting there with Dooku. I was like, don't do it, don't do it.
No, I was the opposite. I was like, yes, get him.
She was sitting there.
John was yelling at me. I'm like, get him.
That's the Mandalorian way, but it's not my way. I was like, yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think my favorite part was the fact that she used the goddamn flamethrower to distract him.
Yes.
While she snuck around and blew up his jetpack.
Yeah.
That was super cool. It's my favorite part of the episode, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Besides Fen Rao being a complete badass the whole time.
Oh yeah.
I love that man.
He was.
Yeah, he's the only reason they stood a chance when they were fighting the troopers.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Otherwise, they were totally screwed. They're like, which they kind of figured, so that's why they kind of had him stay behind. But still, I was like, oh, this isn't looking good for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I was mad at her mother too. I was like, how can you just hand them over to the Empire?
She wanted to protect Sabine. She thought it was the only way. She's been. I think that was the most impressive thing about her, was she's been protecting her people under this oppressive rule for so long. And she's been holding it together, but that's the only way she right now knows how to hold it together, is by making these compromises that really kind of suck.
Yep. Yeah, I was going to say, actually, I'm coming down on her, but to be fair to her, she was like, the deal was I give you these rebels, you let my daughter go free, and you will not, come near her again. Mm-hmm. So, but of course, can't trust the slime ball.
You really can't. He's such an asshole.
That wasn't going to actually hold up.
No.
I know. I was like, oh my god. You can't make a deal with the devil. It's you feel like Lando Calrissian right now. It's just this deal's getting worse all the time. Yeah, you don't make deals with these guys. You just don't.
Yeah, well, see, when you make a deal with the devil, he actually holds it up.
I know. It's oh, well, I don't care. I gotta do this.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry. Yo.
So there's like, I love Mandalore because it is so weird, and I think the other episodes where, was it Ezra that was saying Mandalorians are so weird, or Kanan? I don't remember. But
well, they did say that. I think Kanan said that they're difficult.
Oh yeah.
Boy, aren't they?
And because they have this sense of honor, right? But then they'll do things that seems to go against a typical person's definition of honor.
Mm-hmm.
Like we saw Saxon do that. We see Ursa do that, obviously, to protect her family and for people to not die. But still, it seems like not quite so honorable. All right, whatever. It's just the Mandalorian way. I like how you can just be like, oh, well, they're Mandalorians.
Yeah. They just do dumb things sometimes. You know.
But after all of that, Sabine stays to try to unite the Mandalore, and she says she wants to find somebody who really can lead Mandalore. I'm like, honey, it's you. You just won the saber. You're good. Like, it's you.
You're good. Yeah, well, I'm interested to know then, because I think it can, and maybe it could be her, but who is her father? That's what I'm interested about to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess she's not going to be in the episodes for a while.
Well, yeah. They actually, I read an interview with, I think Dave Filoni did, that he was saying, like, they were in the writer's room after this. They wrote this episode, and they were like, "Oh, then this part would be perfect to have Sabine come in." It's like, "Oh, wait, never mind." And then everyone got sad.
Oh.
And they were like, "Why did we do this again?" And then they were like, "All right, well, we'll make it work, right?" And I guess eventually they did, but it was just like, "Oh man,
that sucks."
But she's not gonna. He basically said, like, look, this is going to be like with Ahsoka, where, like, I just leave you guys hanging. It's like, it's fine. Like, you're going to see her again.
Which Ahsoka, where are you?
We're like, but when? What's going on?
It's been all season. I swear, if she, like, pops up in the very last episode, she'd be like, oh, God.
She's just standing behind a rock, like, behind Obi-Wan in the distance, just like...
Yeah.
And then just leaves.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. I wouldn't be surprised if something like that happened, though, I gotta say.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean...
Just the fact that it's like, oh God, now we're gonna lose her. She's gonna be left out of this for a little bit. I was like, no, which is different and almost sad. I don't know, because it's like, you were saying, John, before, it's like writing her out, and like everybody's like, okay, we're all taking bets on who's gonna die. So she's going to be taken out of the action, but just not in the way that we expected. Although, they did that really well for dramatic effect. I was going, oh my God, no! And then it was like her mother, shot him and saved her. I was like, good. You're a good mother, and she didn't get killed. So I was like, but they did a really good job with that dramatic effect. Because I almost believed at first, like, I was like, no, they wouldn't do that, would they? And then they didn't. So
well, I
thought,
like,
oh my God.
I thought, like, Tristan had thrown himself between them, because Tristan was walking towards her in that moment. So I thought, like, Tristan had gotten shot.
And that would have been completely tragic as well.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God! So.
We just
douchebag just got shot.
Yeah. Good. I'm terrible. But yeah, now that he's dead too, that's put Mandalore in a tough spot with the Empire. Another reason why Sabine needs to stay.
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. It would be weird. I feel like it would also be weird. Like, she's done all this stuff, like, it made this whole big thing about, like, we have to restore Mandalore, blah, 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 and, like, okay, bye, guys. And just, like, went back to the Ghost,
Yeah.
I don't think it would have felt right if she hadn't stayed. So as much as I hate it...
It was a pretty dramatic shift right there, because even though it felt like the right thing for her to do, and like me as an audience member, I was like, no, that is the right thing for her to do. I was still like, whoa, that's pretty drastic after her spending so much time with him, and they're pretty much their own family. So I was like, ooh, this is sad, but for entirely different reasons. So yeah, I mean, but it's still, I think they actually, again, that was a very smart way to do it. So I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I don't know. I think it'll at least be interesting to see how like the Ghost crew reacts to just not having Sabine there. Like, you know, I think that's going to be really, really interesting.
Who's gonna figure out all their explosives?
And
my gosh.
Chopper got so sad.
He was just like, oh.
Chopper's like, no, the only person I like.
It's like, no, the rest of I can't. I can't
stand the rest
he
of
only
them.
likes the girls. That's it. Doesn't like anybody else.
He
just
tolerates
likes the girls.
Kanan.
Now there's one less of them.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, he does kind of tolerate.
He knows Kanan will take his circuits apart if he doesn't listen to him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Boy,
So,
God.
Also,
yes.
a little thing too, where like, I mean, it could just be rumor, speculations, you know, legend, storytelling, whatever, amongst Mandalorians. But you know, when her mother asked her, "Where did you get that?" she said, "I got it from Maul." She like didn't even really like. She was like, "Oh, really?" But she didn't ask her any more details about what that entailed. I was like, "That's kind of serious." Like, you know, there's a whole thing and there's history there about who he killed, etc., etc. So I thought that was interesting that didn't really come up, or just what she just kind of left it there. And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I assume she didn't explore that further because she knew the last person to have it was Maul.
Yeah.
It,
yeah, that's what I thought too. Like, okay, she knows he was the last person to have it. I find it interesting that she didn't ask her how, but that's not really relevant at the moment. The point is she has it, and she got it from the person who they know to have be the last possessor of it, so that does make sense. So yes, I agree with you.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say something else about the Darksaber. I don't know, but Sabine's got the Darksaber, and she's going to do good stuff in Mandalore. So next episode is called Through Imperial Eyes. Fearing that the Empire will soon discover the identity of a rebel spy, the rebels launch a plan to rescue him before his capture.
Oh boy.
We're gonna break Callus out. Prison break.
I know, that sounds like we'll see.
Well, so I did watch the little clip that they posted today for the preview, and it looked like Wolf Yularen is coming back. He was an Imperial officer from, like, God, I don't even know the last time we saw him, but it sounds like they're kind of, we actually might get some Callus backstory, because it sounds like he's the guy who, like, trained him in the academy.
A+.
So, you know, he's like, oh, hey, I haven't seen you in a long time. And, like, he seemed to feel a little more relieved that, like, Wolf was there, because Thrawn was all like, I will find you, Fulcrum, in, you know, his usual way. And actually, this is the episode where we see him fighting the battle droids.
Jesus.
Like, he's, like, sparring with those battle droid things.
Oh.
So, yeah, we get to see Buff Boy Thrawn.
Yeah, no, that feels, that every time I see that little bit in, like, the promos and stuff, it feels like a Star Trek scene. Like, I don't know why, because, like, in The Next Generation, they did a lot of that kind of sparring, and, like, the holodeck, it just reminded me of that, so it'll be nice to see that.
Yeah. So, that's going to happen. We may get Callus backstory, and I don't know. I hope to God he's okay.
Wait, what's the name of the Imperial officer again?
Wolf?
Wolf Yularen.
Okay.
I believe. WULF, if that helps you.
Okay.
For any reason.
Wolf.
Yeah, he's honestly, I know this is really stupid, but I know him from Star Wars Armada, the game I play, the tabletop game I play. He's a card in that. Yeah, so just go with me on this one. I do know who he is, but it seems like they're pegging him to be like have a real relationship with Callus. I want to say he was on the Death Star in the first in episode 4.
He did.
I think. Yeah, no, he's definitely dead now.
Yeah.
He was in Clone Wars?
Was
Maybe?
he?
I don't know.
Oh,
Well, that's why I was
I-
asking about his name, because now I wanted to research. I was like, who is this? I'll look him up.
I want to say he was in Clone Wars, because, like, I don't remember him being in Rebels at all, so he must have been in Clone Wars or something like that, because, like, people seem to know about him.
yeah.
But yeah,
He could have
anyway,
been in
so
one of
he's
the comics, but you've read all of them, haven't you?
yeah.
Almost all of them.
not the that take place in the Rebels timeline. Yeah, because it's
Okay.
only
Yeah.
the Kanan comics that take place in that
Oh,
timeline
all right.
or time period. But yeah, so I don't know. We might get some little boy Callus stories. And learn about our precious man, and then they're probably going to rip him away from us and kill him. But
No, don't say
let's
that.
hope not.
Don't say that. He's my Zuko. He has to live.
I really hope he does, because God,
I hope he does too.
the Ghost needs a new crew member. Rex
Yeah.
is just sort
Oh
of
my
like
God. You're right.
Rex is sort of the Shemp of this show. So he's only in some of the episodes.
Yeah.
And Curly can't make it.
Yeah,
he's-
no.
Rex does a lot of different missions. He's not always
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
Ghost.
Around.
Yeah. He's busy.
I wonder too, just completely random, but I think the answer is no, is if we would see Ahsoka one more time before the end of the season, but we've got other fish to fry. But I by no means think that she is dead, so I think we will be seeing her again at some point.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't know
know.
how much longer the show can continue because it's catching up to the point at which things are set in motion as far as the original films, but
Yeah.
I think we'll be seeing her again, but I don't think in this season.
Yeah, if we're going by... Because Rebels started 5 years before the events of A New Hope. So if we're going by that,
Yeah.
then we've got 2 more seasons. Till we catch up.
Yep,
Of
and
course.
then,
And then
you know,
who
the
fucking
rest
knows?
is history,
Yeah.
as they say.
Yeah. Alright.
Which that's kind of crazy. But I'm very much looking forward to the end of this season, given what they've shown us in trailers, etc., etc. I'm like, oh! Okay.
Yeah. I feel like Ahsoka has to come back this season. Like, they can't just leave us.
She does.
They can't do it.
They have to at least give us, I mean, I don't think she'll come back, but they have to at least give us a better answer about what's going on, and then they can, like,
Maybe.
then we can see her later. The end of this season's all going to be about Maul and Obi-Wan. I can sense.
Yeah,
we can
that's
all
true.
sense- so that's going to be what the end of this season's about, but I think we need to get some word on Ahsoka one way
Yeah.
or the other.
Well, I think,
We'll
I
see.
mean, Ahsoka still has bones to pick with Maul, too, so...
That's what I was going to
He
say.
does.
Like, what if he just shows up on Tatooine like, hi.
Hi, I'm
What
gonna
up?
kill you now.
Well, and also again, we all know who. Like, we know that Obi-Wan makes it to at least do certain things in Mos Eisley and etc. So whatever becomes of Maul, we need to find that out. So I'm very curious
Yeah.
about that.
Wouldn't mind him dying.
I
Finally.
wouldn't mind him dying either. I feel like that's going to happen, but some people are also convinced that he's Snoke. So who knows? I don't think he is.
For God's sake, that man does not deserve the power trip to be Snoke.
Oh, I know. Well, oh my God! Just like Ryan Johnson and Pablo Hidalgo keep having these things that say your Snoke theory sucks. I agree because all of the ones that I have seen and heard about suck.
Except for
These
mine.
are
Well, it's not
stupid.
mine. I stole it.
It's stupid. Yeah,
I-
they
I-
have like a little thing, like a little. It's a temporary tattoo. It's a little sticker. Your Snoke theory sucks.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. I have to go look at that.
And I was just like, okay, and that makes me feel so loved that the two of them get to parade that around. I was like, thank you.
Mhm.
That means I was like, this better be good then. I expect a lot from you guys.
Mm-hmm. Well, that makes me think they know who Snoke is.
Oh, of course they do. Oh, they got that figured out. Or at the very least, J.J. Abrams, Ryan Johnson, Colin Trevorrow, and Kathleen Kennedy figured it out amongst themselves. And they told the story group some of what they want to know and why
Yeah,
they figured
exactly.
that out. But they know what they want to do, and that's it. And that's fine. And
They-
I'm good with that. So,
They've
quite
signed the
personally,
most...
He doesn't need.
Sorry, they've signed the most damning NDA of their entire lives.
Exactly. They figured it out. And I'm sure they went back and forth in X, Y, and Z, but they figured it out amongst themselves. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's a done deal, pretty much. But as far as him being somebody we know, I'd actually prefer if he's not. I don't think that would make a lot of sense, personally, but that's just me.
I like the one that it's, I know it's tangent, whatever, who cares? It's still Star Wars. I like the one where it's the original,
was gonna say, I'm
the
still
original,
sorry.
the original Sith Lord. I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that one too, because that makes more sense to me. Anyway, we're getting away from the point. That was my fault. I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
Anyway.
We were just wrapping up. So,
Yep.
John, where can the people find you?
You can find me at No More on Twitter.
Sam, where can they find you?
You can find me going off on tangents frequently on Like Leia and on Twitter and Instagram.
You can find me on Cleomoto at Twitter, Twitch, and Pinterest. You can see I write stuff on WordPress at Cleomoto, and I'm on YouTube at Cleomoto with an exclamation mark. I started doing unboxings of Marvel stuff, if you like Marvel stuff, and pop vinyls. You can find all of us at ASOTV Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google+, and right here on YouTube. Follow us for some more podcasts from some of your favorite TV shows, video games, and movies. Until next time, bye guys.
Bye.
I like the Elder Saber. Gildarts wrote in chat, that's funny. Hashtag sad Chopper.
Chopper was sad.
He was! He like drooped his little arms. He's very sad.
Yeah.
And Rachel says Jar Jar is Snoke.
Yeah. It's
Rachel,
totally
the door is right there, so if you just wanna